Welcome to Ping 24 Updates, your daily dose of what's happening around the world. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Manila, Philippines. The world is watching. The energy in the air is palpable. A city alive with anticipation and hope. For one night, all eyes are fixed on this vibrant metropolis, where history is about to be written. The world is watching Manila, Philippines. The world is watching. Fans from every corner of the globe have gathered, united by their love for the game and the thrill of witnessing something extraordinary. The atmosphere is electric, buzzing with excitement and nervous expectation. The Mall of Asia arena is electric as the underdog Philippine national team faces Asian powerhouse Iran. The stakes have never been higher, and the tension is almost tangible as both teams prepare for battle under the blinding arena lights. This isn't just a match, it's a statement. A new force has arrived. The Philippine squad, once overlooked, now stands tall, determined to prove their worth on the biggest stage. The first set was a war of attrition, every point fought like a championship. Each serve, each spike, each dig was met with thunderous applause as both teams refused to give an inch. Iran, filled with giants and veterans, expected an easy win. Their confidence was unmistakable, their reputation preceding them as the team to beat in Asia. But the heart of the home team, fueled by thousands of roaring fans, changed everything. The crowd became the seventh man, their cheers echoing like thunder, pushing the players to new heights. For the Philippines, this is about respect, proving they belong among the elite. Every point won was a declaration. We are here, and we will not back down. From the first serve it was clear, this would be no ordinary contest. The intensity was unmatched, the determination on both sides evident with every play. Iran's towering frontline led by Amin Esmailnazad looked ready to dominate, but the Filipinos, captained by Mark Espejo, showed no fear. Espejo's leadership and relentless spirit inspired his teammates to rise above expectations. The world expected a blowout. Instead, they got a battle for the ages. Every rally was a test of willpower, every point a testament to the underdog's resilience. Volleyball is a game of momentum and psychology, and the first set was a masterclass in both. Coaches barked instructions, players adjusted strategies, and the mental chess match unfolded with every serve. Tactical adjustments, heroic defense, and explosive offense brought the crowd to its feet. The Filipinos' never-say-die attitude was on full display, as they chased down impossible balls and turned defense into attack. By the end of this breathtaking set, the question had changed. Could the Philippines actually do it? The impossible suddenly seemed within reach, and hope surged through the arena. The upset of the century was suddenly within reach. The world watched in disbelief as the underdogs from the Philippines stood on the brink of making history, their dreams now just a set away from reality. The sharp blast of the referee's whistle cut through the tension in the arena, signaling the start of what promised to be an electrifying contest between two determined teams. Iran's captain, Milad Ebadipur, stepped up to the service line, his eyes focused and his posture radiating confidence. He served with intent, sending a powerful message to the opposition with his very first touch. But the Philippines were ready. Libero Manuel Sumanguid, calm under pressure, delivered a perfect pass that set the tone for his team and ignited hope among the Filipino supporters in the stands. Owa Redamar, quick-thinking and agile, set the ball perfectly for Jao Umandal, who soared above the net and unleashed a thunderous spike. The ball crashed to the floor, 1-0, Philippines. The underdogs had drawn first blood. The crowd erupted in cheers, but Iran, unfazed, responded immediately with a display of power and precision, tying the score and reminding everyone why they were favorites. The opening exchanges were a true battle of nerves, each point fiercely contested, every player laser-focused. The Philippines relied on their speed and relentless heart, while Iran leaned on their experience and raw power. Mark Espejo, one of the Philippines' brightest stars, began to find his rhythm. He answered every Iranian spike with clever, well-placed hits, refusing to be intimidated by the towering Iranian blockers. Iran's middle blockers, led by the imposing Sayed Musavi, started to anticipate the Filipino attack, reading plays and forcing the Philippines to adjust their strategy on the fly. The score remained tight, point for point, neither team able to pull away. The tension in the arena grew with every serve, every rally as the lead changed hands again and again. Sumanguid was everywhere on defense, diving and digging up attacks that seemed destined to score. His relentless effort inspired his teammates and frustrated the Iranian hitters. But Iran's defense was just as stubborn, with players throwing themselves at every ball, determined not to give an inch. As the set wore on, the initial nerves faded, replaced by pure, fierce competition. Both teams pushed their limits, refusing to back down. This wasn't just a match, it was a duel of wills. a test of character and composure under pressure. The opening points proved that the Philippines hadn't come just to participate. They were here to challenge, to compete, and to make a statement on the international stage. Every high five, every shout of encouragement showed their fighting spirit. They were here to fight for every point, every set, every moment. The battle lines were drawn, and both teams stood ready, prepared to give everything for victory in this unforgettable battle of nerves. Iran's strategy became clear. They would win at the net. Sayed Musavi and Mohammad Valizadeh formed a wall, anticipating Red Amar's sets. Kim Malabunga's quick attack was stuffed, and Iran took the lead. The Filipino hitters, once confident, now faced a fortress. Espejo's powerful swing was blocked, the ball falling at his feet. Iran's confidence grew with each rejection, the score ticking up. The Philippines called timeout, searching for answers. Iran's momentum was building, dictating the flow. Another Filipino attack was blocked. 9-5, Iran. The home crowd grew quiet as Iran's dominance set in. The Iranian block was more than defense, it was psychological warfare. The Philippines faced a critical moment, a 4-point deficit against giants. Iran's setter, Vadi, now had more options, and their offense found easy points. The dream of a competitive set was slipping away. The Philippines was on the ropes, desperate for a breakthrough. Out of adversity, a hero emerged, JP Bugia. Coach Veloso's substitution paid off instantly. Bugia's lightning-fast attack broke the Iranian block. His presence forced Iran's middle blockers to hesitate, opening up the wings. Red Amar faked a set to Bugia, then fed Espejo, who hammered a winner. The crowd roared. The momentum was shifting. Bugia's experience showed on defense, helping his teammates adjust. The next rally, Bugia and Espejo slowed an Iranian spike. Sumanguid made a diving dig, and Umandal tipped to score. The comeback was on. Iran's lead shrank, and the arena came alive. Bugia's quick attacks forced Iran to respect the middle, opening space for Espejo and Umandal. The Filipinos were dictating the pace, no longer just surviving. The Iranian wall had cracks, and the Philippines was pouring through. The home team's belief was back. The set was alive again. The crowd sensed something special. The fight was far from over. Just as the Philippines surged, Iran's Amin Esmailnazad took over. He demanded the ball and delivered, blasting spikes through triple blocks. His power was breathtaking, restoring Iran's lead. Esmailnazad's jump serve was a missile, acing Espejo and silencing the crowd. The 5-point lead was back. The Filipino comeback was halted by sheer individual brilliance. Esmailnazad was unstoppable, scoring from anywhere on the court. The Philippines faced a dilemma: focus on him and risk opening up Iran's other hitters, or let him dominate. Ignoring him wasn't an option. He was the Iranian hammer, threatening to shatter the Philippines' dream. The home team needed a new answer. Iran's star had shifted the momentum. The set was slipping away. The pressure was mounting. Could the Philippines respond? The Philippines refused to break, settling into a gritty rhythm. The match became a tense stalemate, both teams trading points like heavyweight boxers. The score crept forward, neither side gaining a decisive edge. Red Amar diversified the Filipino offense, relying on speed and deception. Malabunga scored with a quick middle attack, Filipino volleyball at its best. Iran answered with raw power, Ibadapur consistently finding points. For every clever Filipino play, Iran had a powerful response. The set was defined by grueling side-outs, both teams efficient in reception. The rallies were intense, but offense usually prevailed. The second technical timeout arrived, 16-12 Iran. The lead was stable, but the Philippines had proven they could hang with the giants. The fight was relentless. The set was still up for grabs. Out of the timeout, Coach Veloso gambled, bringing in lefty Brian de Guzman. De Guzman's unique angle challenged the Iranian block. His first attack painted the sideline, 16-13. The Filipino bench erupted. The gamble was working. De Guzman's presence forced Iran's defense to adjust, creating one-on-one opportunities. Red Amar set Espejo, who scored cross-court, 16-14. Iran's coach looked concerned as the lead shrank. The tactical shift disrupted Iran's rhythm. De Guzman followed up with a smart tip, scoring again, 17-15. The Filipinos were energized by their new weapon. The offense was unpredictable, the defense inspired. The set was heading for a thrilling finish. The crowd sensed a turning point. The pressure was on Iran. The set's final phase was pure drama. Every point was magnified, every error critical. Iran clung to a slim lead, 20-18. The home crowd was deafening, willing their team forward. The Philippines tied it up with a crucial block by Bugia, 20-20. For the first time since the opening, the score was level. Red Amar won a joust at the net, 21-20 Philippines. The upset felt close. Iran responded with composure, tying the score. The teams traded sideouts, neither gaining control. 22-21 Iran, then 22-22 after a Malabunga slide. Esmail-Najad put Iran ahead, but the tension was unbearable. Every serve, pass and swing carried the weight of the set. The players were exhausted but relentless. Sumanguid made a miraculous dig. Espejo scored, 23-23. The set would be decided by nerves of steel. The arena held its breath. Set point, Iran, 24-23. The tension in the arena was palpable, every eye glued to the scoreboard, every heartbeat echoing the stakes of this moment. The Iranian team stood on the brink of claiming the set, while the Filipinos faced the daunting task of survival. A costly Filipino service error gave Iran the chance to close it out. The crowd held its breath as the ball sailed just long, a collective gasp filling the air. It seemed like the momentum had shifted decisively in Iran's favor. Ibadapour served with power, unleashing a missile across the net, but Espejo's perfect pass steadied the nerves of his team. De Guzman rose high, hammering the ball off the block, 24-all. Against all odds, the Philippines had clawed their way back, refusing to let the set slip away. The crowd erupted. The Philippines had saved set point. The arena shook with the roar of Filipino fans, their hope reignited in a single, electrifying moment. Now it was their turn. The team huddled, drawing strength from each other, knowing they stood on the edge of history. Sumangud's diving save kept the rally alive, his determination inspiring his teammates. Redamar, calm under pressure, set up Espejo, who soared and smashed the ball down the line. 25-24 Philippines. The underdogs had seized the lead, turning the tables in dramatic fashion. Set point for the underdogs. The energy in the building was electric, every Filipino fan on their feet, sensing something special was unfolding. Iran went to their star, Esmail-Najad, hoping he could deliver under pressure. But this time the Filipino block was perfect, reading the play and timing their jump to perfection. Buggia and Espejo closed the seam, their hands forming an impenetrable wall. The ball ricocheted off their block and crashed down on Iran's side, sending shockwaves through the Iranian bench. The referee's whistle blew. The set belonged to the Philippines. Players leapt in celebration, realizing they had just toppled the Giants in the opening set. Pandemonium erupted in the arena. Fans hugged, cheered, and waved flags, their joy uncontainable after witnessing a moment that would be remembered for years. The Filipinos had done the unthinkable, taking the first set from the Giants. The Iranian players looked stunned, unable to comprehend what had just happened. But this is a best-of-5 match. The war is far from over. Both teams regrouped, knowing that the battle had only just begun and that every point would matter from here on out. Iran will come back with a vengeance. Their pride wounded, they gathered in a tight huddle, determined to respond with the heart of champions. The Philippines has won a battle that will echo throughout the volleyball world. Their resilience and courage had inspired not just their fans, but anyone who believes in the power of the underdog. Can they win the war? The next sets would test their resolve, their unity, and their belief in themselves. The journey has just begun. Both teams return to the court, ready to write the next chapter in this epic showdown. After a set like that, anything feels possible. The dream was alive, and for the Philippines, destiny was suddenly within reach.